YouTube just had a plot twist no one saw coming. Out of nowhere, iDubbbz brought back his legendary series, Content Cop, and dropped it on someone who used to be one of his closest creator friends, Ethan Klein. This wasn't just a call-out. It felt like a betrayal. For longtime fans, this hit deep. These weren't just two creators beefing. These were two of the most influential names in YouTube's golden era. They helped shape what online content even looks like today. iDubbbz, known for brutally honest videos that exposed hypocrisy, was once untouchable. His Content Cop series roasted everyone from Leafy to Rice Gum, and those videos changed careers. When iDubbbz dropped a video on you, your subscriber count moved. And Ethan? Back in the day, he was right there with him, calling out the absurdity of YouTube culture, fighting for fair use, and building his H3H3 brand with smart, edgy commentary. Together, it felt like they were on a mission. They weren't just funny, they stood for something. So, how did it all go so wrong? The seeds were planted years ago. As time passed, Ethan's content changed. He shifted from short, punchy videos to long-form podcasting. The jokes got lighter. The commentary became more about conversations than call-outs. The H3 podcast grew massively, but with success came criticism. Some fans loved the evolution. Others said he lost his edge. Meanwhile, iDubbbz pulled back. He became more private, focused on creator clash, and stopped making the kinds of videos that built his channel in the first place. Many fans thought Content Cop was done for good. Then, boom, this new episode dropped. And it wasn't just a typical roast. It was calm, it was serious, and it was aimed straight at Ethan. iDubbbz accused him of changing not just his content, but his values, of turning into the exact kind of creator they used to go after together. And when he revealed the reason behind the tension, a disturbing personal story that Ethan laughed at publicly, things went from uncomfortable to explosive. This wasn't just content, it was personal. And for viewers, it felt like watching two old friends burn the bridge in real time. So here's where it gets really heavy. This new Content Cop, it's nothing like the old ones. Forget the memes, the edgy humor, the over-the-top jokes. iDubbbz wasn't trying to entertain this time. He was trying to make a point, and it hit like a gut punch. Right from the start, you could feel the difference. The tone was serious, the editing was cleaner, and the energy? Cold, focused, unforgiving. Instead of clowning around, iDubbbz broke down why he believes Ethan has changed in ways that feel fake. He showed clips from Ethan's older content, when he used to defend edgy comedy and creators who pushed the line. Then he put those side by side with recent clips of Ethan criticizing the same kind of content he once supported. And yeah, the contrast was brutal. But then, things got personal. iDubbbz shared a story that most viewers had never heard before. Years ago, a deranged fan sent him actual human skulls in the mail. It was horrifying enough that the FBI had to get involved. This wasn't internet trolling. It was real, dangerous, and traumatic. And here's the twist that changed everything. Ethan and Hasanabi laughed about it on a live stream. iDubbbz showed the clip. It wasn't taken out of context. It was there, them watching him explain this disturbing experience, and laughing. He didn't scream, he didn't overreact, he just let the clip play. And somehow, that was even more powerful. He said the moment felt like betrayal, not from strangers, from people he considered friends, people he thought understood what the creator world was like behind the scenes. Instead, he felt mocked and exposed. That's when he dropped the line that instantly went viral. It felt like he stopped caring about truth and started caring about staying liked. It's not the kind of quote you forget, and it hit a nerve with a lot of longtime fans who've watched both creators evolve over the years. And when the video ended, no subscribe button, no merch plug, just silence. iDubbbz made his point and walked away. That's when the internet exploded. Reddit threads flooded with reactions. TikTok lit up with hot takes. Twitter, or X depending on how hip you are, was a war zone of opinions. And YouTube comments? A battlefield. Fans were instantly split. Some people praised iDubbbz for being raw, honest, and finally saying what others were afraid to. They called it his comeback moment. Others went deeper, saying it was the first YouTube video in a long time that felt real. No brand deals, no fake smiles, just truth. One fan wrote, "This feels like old YouTube again, when people had something to say, not just something to sell." That line got thousands of likes. But just as loud were the defenders of Ethan. Many argued that iDubbbz was reaching, dragging up old drama for clicks. Some said he was bitter, that his content hasn't hit the same in years, and this was a desperate move to stay relevant. Others focused on the skull moment. Some defended Ethan, saying the laughter was just nervous or misunderstood. But even those fans admitted the clip looked bad. Then came the creators. Hasanabi responded quickly during a stream, brushing it off as overblown. He didn't hold back, calling iDubbbz overly sensitive and saying it wasn't that deep. Frogan, who was also mentioned in the content cop, went even harder. She accused iDubbbz of twisting narratives, using selective clips, and playing the victim. Her comments were fiery, and they sparked even more chaos in the comment sections of both creators. Even creators who weren't directly involved started weighing in. Some backed iDubbbz's message about integrity. Others said the whole situation showed how toxic creator culture has become, that no one's safe from being turned into content. And fans? They started choosing sides like it was a digital custody battle. Team Ethan, Team iDubbbz. It became more than a feud. It became a conversation about authenticity, accountability, and whether creators still care about their values or just their audience size. This wasn't just YouTube drama. It was a shift in the creator culture, and everyone watching could feel it. Ethan didn't wait long to respond. He addressed the Content Cop video on his podcast, calling it weird and unexpected. He seemed surprised, even confused about why iDubbbz was so upset. When it came to the skull story, the part that really hit hard, Ethan said it was never meant to be cruel, that they were just reacting to a bizarre situation, not laughing at iDubbbz personally. But here's the thing, he never really apologized. He explained, deflected, and joked, even suggested doing a content cop on content cop. And while that got a few laughs from his fans, others felt it missed the mark. Some viewers said it looked like Ethan wasn't taking any of it seriously, that he was brushing off something that clearly meant a lot to someone he once called a friend. And that response, or lack of one, is where things started to shift. This wasn't just about Ethan or iDubbbz anymore. It started a bigger conversation. What happens when creators grow or change and their audiences don't agree with the new version of them? For years, creators like Ethan and iDubbbz were known for being edgy, blunt, even controversial. That's what made them huge. But as platforms evolved and ad money got bigger, a lot of creators changed their tone. Some say they matured, others say they sold out. And the audience? It's been split ever since. This whole situation became a case study in what it means to stay real on YouTube. Is it better to evolve with the times or stay true to your old self, even if it costs you? And what happens when someone calls you out for how much you've changed? That's why this drama blew up the way it did. Because deep down, it wasn't just about a video or a stream. It was about identity, about how creators see themselves and how their audiences see them. Whether you side with Ethan, iDubbbz, or neither, one thing's clear. YouTube's not the same place it used to be. So here we are, two creators who once had each other's backs, now at odds in front of millions. What started as a subtle shift turned into a public falling out. One video, one reaction, and a community completely divided. And maybe that's what stings the most. Not the drama itself, but the fact that it didn't have to end like this. At its core, this wasn't about a joke or a live stream. It was about respect, about how creators treat each other when the cameras are off, and maybe about how hard it is to stay the same in an industry that's always pushing you to change. So now the question isn't who's right, it's who do you believe, who's being real, and who's just playing the game. Let me know in the comments. I'm seriously curious where you stand on all of this. And if you're into real stories, drama that actually matters, and creators being held accountable, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. This isn't the last time the internet will surprise us. And trust me, you'll want to be here when it does.